This is Inside Pages. We now do the reporter's block.
Over 100 years old and still standing, during the period of colonization and before the introduction of scientific medicine, mental illness was treated with herbal medicine and spiritual rites. In the very early days of colonial rule, mentally ill patients were left alone to their own fate. This, however, changed on February 4, 1988, by an ally under the signature of the then governor, Sir Edward Griffiths. The old High Court of Victoriaborg was converted into a lunatic asylum. Then saw the Accra Mental Hospital built. About 110 patients were initially admitted into the new hospital under the charge of 16 untrained attendants. The hospital consisted of 4 wards, a female ward, a male ward, a general and criminal wards. The facility now has over 600 beds. Hundreds of patients troop in daily to access care. But health officials have always decried the poor infrastructure that they have to grapple with in attending to patients. In order to improve care at the facility, a redevelopment project is expected to start in June. Already, this has seen some work being done.
What will happen is that we can't develop the whole structure with all the walls intact, with all the patients there, with all the staff there. So it will be done in phases, at least 2 phases. So one phase will involve some walls to be demolished. And when the new structure is put there, then the other half will be demolished for that structure also to be put there.
The project is expected to make some staff redundant, while some patients will have to be sent home to make way for reconstruction work. Some staff are already worried over being made redundant and asked to go home. The Chief Executive Officer of the Mental Health Authority, Professor Akwesi Osei, said none of these would happen.
Patients who are already in the structure or the structures that are going to be demolished will need to be discharged for those who are well enough to go home. And we started the process of the discharge already. Those who are not well enough to go home, then you'll find an alternative approach, which might be to transfer them to the existing psychiatric hospitals. That also means that quite a number of the staff will be redundant. So we've asked them, those who can go on transfer, to who have been able to locate where they can go, will then go on transfer. Those who cannot go, you'll engage them and know the next steps. But the point is that the hospital has not been sold, the land has not been sold to any private investor, and this project I've mentioned is a project of the government itself, not by any private investor.
The new facility, which starts in June, is expected to see a state-of-the-art facility capable of rivaling any mental health facility anywhere in the world. Authorities of the Mental Health Authority are thinking of a new name in order to reduce the stigma associated with mental health care. The Accra Psychiatric Hospital now runs an OPD services, clinical psychology services, electroconvulsive therapy, a 24-hour pharmacy, social work services, community psychiatry nursing, and rehab for alcohol abuse.
The clay stove is no longer popular as it used to be. The cylinder and stove are most preferred now. However, the clay stove is used in some communities, especially the rural areas.
I still use the clay stove here despite being in Accra. It is the fastest way of getting my food cooked early. I will prefer using it than the gas and a stove or a coal pot with charcoal as it delays me.
I use
the big coal pot with charcoal because the wood used in the clay stove to set up fire gives a lot of smoke out and it worries my neighbors.
I am a kenke seller here in Jamestown and I don't use the clay stove because I cannot move it when I'm done with the cooking. But with a metal pot, I can pack it away and put it in a safe place till I need it again.
Yeah, Jamie. No, I will use sword idea.
In Duapon, in the eastern region, Esther, who was cooking on the clay stove, when the news team got there, told us why she's using it.
Oh, so na ma hochire kakra wo ho ntino. Muka no ye use a eboa yen.
I would love to use the gas and stove despite being in the village, but I am not financially stable and I am in hardship to afford one. But because I can't, I have decided to keep using the clay stove.
Ne mo flat school sem ne ade no. Nti minya obuafo se obebua madwuma sem ne ade de ene na metumi ayusu.
Yesi so. Ni enanom wo yemba na adwuma a wodi ne.
I am scared of the gas and stove usage, so I am stuck to using the clay stove that I met my parents and grandparents use in cooking, as they made it themselves with clay mixed with water to keep it strong, so I cannot do away with it no matter what.
Yeah, bibia was so. Ye suit machine no many idea, gas no ye bi. And the mukana so ya.
At first, we were using clay stove and other stuff. But right now, modern Ghana, we are using gas, this normal portable ones. We are using gas. At first, people were afraid of using it. But right now, it seems like it's common for people to use. So people prefer buying this. So the sales too is going on well. Just that nowadays, things are hard, so we are managing it.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the reporter's blog. Great job there by the news team. I enjoyed it. It was lovely. Anyway, this is Inside Pages. My name is Moro. I will do